I arrived in Japan after a tiring 13-hour flight. I was so tired that I could barely stay awake when the plane landed. Upon exiting the airport, I felt hungry, so I looked for whichever restaurant was closest. That was when the sign for Memory Burger caught my eye. The large M at Memory Burger wasn't like the one used by McDonald's, so I was curious to find out if the burgers were similar or not. As a food influencer, I always find it interesting to discover something new. I was served not the Western-style burger I had expected, but one which was a delightful blend of Eastern and Western flavors. I have had the opportunity to savor a wide array of dishes from around the globe, and many of them blend elements from different cultures. However, that burger at Memory Burger stood out for me. I believe it was the originality of its fusion idea that struck me. Instead of the usual bread bun, Memory Burger uses rice buns. This smart combination results in a unique Asian burger that can be sold at a fast food restaurant for less than $5. To me, this affordable fusion food vividly illustrates how cultures can seamlessly blend, even in everyday settings. After taking just one bite of the burger, I was so impressed that I quickly grabbed my camera and started filming a video. I first addressed how unusual it might seem for food influencers like me to make an unplanned choice, as we're often expected to plan our content carefully. This sudden decision was driven by my passion for sharing both distinctive cross-cultural foods and outstanding restaurants with my audience. Nowadays, there is intense competition among restaurants, and mixing elements from different cultures can create dishes that stand out. Following this introduction, I then pointed out how people naturally want to showcase their cultural background through food, especially when creating cross-cultural dishes. The last point I mentioned was that people are curious about other cultures, but often prefer to explore them while still enjoying the comfort of familiar food. Even though I knew there were many other points I could include in the video, it was getting too long. Since I needed to go to the hotel to check in, I decided to stop at that point. While waiting for my taxi at Memory Burger, I began to reflect on how people from different cultures come together to innovate. I fully support the notion that we should learn from other cultures. It is common to perceive a culture as dull, but a culture is as alive and colourful as the people that are part of it. In reality, it allows tourists like me to enjoy a delicious rice burger at 3 in the morning in Tokyo.